Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, All Things Logic. I'm Jeremy Haas. Today we're going to be creating ourselves a drum track. And this is the first video in a series making a song in Logic Pro. So what I like to do is I like to use Drummer that comes with Logic Pro, and I like to take some different genres and commit all those different ones to MIDI on the same, using the same drum kit. And I do this either if I don't have an idea for a song, it'll help me come up with an idea. It gives me inspiration. Or if I already have a song in mind, which I do for these videos, I like to use Drummer or a drum track instead of using a metronome to lay down my bass, guitars, and vocals. It just helps you lay down tracks a little easier, I think. So without further ado, let's get started. Yeah. All right, guys, so here we go. This is a song. This is going to be the song we're working on in making a song in Logic. Okay, so this is a series. This is going to be the first video. And what we're going to do this first video is we're going to create this guide track, this drum track that I made here. Okay, to actually so we can lay down the rest of our tracks to it instead of using a metronome. Okay, because that can get really monotonous, and you need something to groove to lay down your tracks, to lay them down right. For me, anyways, I need to. Okay, so let me hit play real quick so you can hear what we're after, and then we'll go ahead and start building this track here. Okay. You guys get the idea. Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but yeah. So that's what we're after. Okay, so and so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and actually mute all these. We're not going to use these right now. This is, I actually did start with this guide track, even though I had an idea for the riff for a guitar part and the bass and some vocals. I started with this guide track to lay it so I could lay these down too. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to also hide all these. Okay, so now we're not dealing with that anymore. Okay, so right here, as you can see, this is East Bay Kit. And this is MIDI. Okay, and I actually started with a drummer retro rock and punk rock. You can see the names here. I actually used two different genres to get different for the verse, intro, and chorus, and another part of the verse for. Okay, it's not completed yet. After I show you how to do this, and then we go to the next video and we actually start laying down bass and do the guitars and some of that stuff, we'll eventually come back to these drums and complete them and make them our own. But this is just to get us a guide track, something to give us something to record to. We'll probably keep some of this though. Okay, so what I did first is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mute this track also, and I'm going to hide this track. We don't need that anymore. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is how I went about this. I went and got Drummer first. Drummer is kind of like a live loops, a drummer I don't know how to explain it right, but you can change it as it plays. It's pretty cool. So first off is retro rock. That's the chorus and the intro. I used that to do this for this song so far. So I'll hit create real quick. And let me go back. One thing I want to show you real quick is you can go to drummer style here, and you can pick any genre you like. You can, if you're Latin to hip hop to house to blues to pop rock to retro rock to hard rock to punk rock. There's all kinds of stuff here. So it's not just to rock, So yeah. Anyways, I just want to show you that real quick. Okay. All right, so I believe in retro rock, I use the 3 rings. These are the presets, different beats that come with it. And let me put my headphones back on. That's it. I use something close to that for the chorus and the intro. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now create a software track. Okay, so we're going to create a software track, and I'm going to open this is the MIDI window, or all your different plugins and stuff. So here is drum kit, and we're going to go there, and I'm going to choose East Bay for now, okay? And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to light up this region here, and I'm going to hold down Option, and I'm going to pull it down like this, okay? And now I'm going to right click on this area, and we're going to go down to Convert, and we're going to go Convert to MIDI. This commits it to MIDI, so we don't accidentally go and change this later, because it's really easy to accidentally bump something on the drummer and change it up. So if you take a long time to find something you like, you definitely want to commit it to MIDI, okay? And also MIDI, then we can go in and go down here and change it, all the different pieces here, and make it our own, okay? We can cut stuff, we can add stuff in, we can change the velocities, all kinds of cool stuff, okay? So we don't need this anymore, but I like to keep my drummer track to remind me where it came from, just in case I need to change something with, or go find something else with the drummer in that, along with that track, that region, okay, that genre. So I'll mute that now, and what I'll do is I'll usually go and I'll hide this, and but I'll keep it, okay? So now we've got that. And just to let you know, you can go up in your tracks here if you want. If you don't know how to turn on the hide button, so you can start hiding your tracks. If you got too many and ones you're not using, you can hide them. You go to hide select track, and once you pick that, this H will come out, and then these H's will happen, and you can turn them on and off, okay, and hide them like this way, okay? It's pretty cool, okay? Great for doing these videos, So we're done with that. Now what I'm going to do is I need my verses, and I believe I use punk rock for the verses and some of the other parts of the song, okay? So I'm going to go back to drummer, and I'm going to change this to punk rock now, okay? Hit okay. All right, I'm going to mute this. Okay, so I believe I use actually Amped Up for, this was the first preset I used for the other part of the song. You'll notice it when I play it. Yeah. Pretty close, okay? So there I go, I got what I wanted. Now the thing is this all your different genres, they have different drum kits, okay? So like you saw that I had to go choose the MIDI drum kit, East Bay, even though punk rock has East Bay, my retro rock relic, it was a different drum kit, okay? So by putting them all in the same MIDI drum kit, they change when you do this. So check this out. So I'm going to take this over, instead of making a whole different MIDI track, I'm going to go ahead and just hit Option on my keyboard, light up this, pull this with left click and hold it and pull it up, and then you've got it both here, okay? Now I'm going to make sure this region's lit up, right click on there, and I'm going to go down to convert to MIDI. There we are golden. And now I can go ahead and hide this track. And I've got my two pieces I need so far anyways, okay? So let me show you what I mean. Let me hit play real quick. Pretty cool, huh? Okay? So that's basically what I did to come up with at least most of what I'm going to need to lay down my other tracks to, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and bring this back now. And it looks a little different because you can right click on the icon, and then you can go choose a instrument that will help you remind you of what that track is, and then I'll change color sometimes, and I'm actually, instead of using just East Bay, I'm using the multi-channel kit, which is down here. You can click on here, and it's just the only difference is it's the same kit. It's just now you can actually click on this and you can change how loud your overheads are, how your kick in or kick out is, or your mic on top of your snare and mic on the bottom. It's pretty cool what multi-channel kits can do, okay? And we'll get to that later. And you can customize multi-channel kits. You can actually use any snare or any drum piece out of any of these and mix and match them and add them all to your drum kit. It's pretty sick, okay? I love multi-channel kits. They used to be called the producer kits, okay? They changed the name for some reason, okay? So now what I did is, you can see I got this retro rock as part of this right here, and I got drummer or punk rock right here, and I've also split them up to use them for another verse, okay? So it goes back and forth from slower to fast, so yeah, so that's what I did. So I just went and took a piece of this, right clicked on this area, and either use my marquee tool, or you can hit Command T or do it that way and split it up that way. And I did that for both of those, split them up, and I you know, and I went and put them here. And then I just copy and pasted these and merged regions for this area. Like, let me take you back real quick. So this basically what I did, whoops. What I did with this piece is I went and brought it over here, and then I right clicked on here and I hit copy, and then you can right click that again and paste, or even faster you can do this, hit option on your keyboard like we did earlier and pull it, and it'll copy another piece, and then you've got this piece here. And then I'll light both the regions up, right click, or you can hit Command J on your keyboard and it will join regions. Okay, and so I'll do that with the rest of this track right now, just kind of so we don't have this big mess going on here. Actually, I can just do Command J on my keyboard and it'll join that there. Finished track. I'm still going to be splicing this up later. That's why wasn't all connected right then. So anyways, so basically that's what I did to give us a drummer guide track to, you know, for the song, to get us going for the song. So again, in the next videos, we're going to start working on our bass track. Okay, so please leave some comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Hit the like and subscribe button. I could use your love. I'm Jeremy Hollis. See you guys on the flip side. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That leaves it wide open. See you guys. Okay.